Hey, this is Chris, reporting live from Honobia Bigfoot Conference and Bigfoot Festival. I just set up my tent here, and I'm definitely in some squatch territory here. So hopefully I'll be hearing some squatch noises, maybe get a visit at the end of the night, or hopefully not. So, this claims to be the smallest, once the smallest post office in the United States. It's obviously probably not used anymore. Wow, that's crazy. Alright, I want to talk a little bit about the conference part of the festival. There was a bunch of speakers. Let's just go through the list. Dr. Webb Sentell was the first one. I actually showed up at the very end of his lecture or whatever. But he had more of a scientific approach to the Bigfoot investigating and phenomena. Next was Kewaunee, I think Lapseritis or something like that. He was very convincing, and I'm open to hear what anyone says, but his lecture was about linking Bigfoot to ETs and UFOs, and basically just being nice to Bigfoot. The next one was I think Lyle Blackburn, who's pretty, I guess you would say, famous in the Bigfoot community. He's like a Boggy Creek aficionado. He helped on some documentaries and books about Boggy Creek, but he also told eyewitness stories that he's collected from people. And I think next one was M.K. Davis. He had a different kind of style of his lecture. He kind of told it with pictures from his computer or whatever, but his was an adventure that he took with, I think his name was Dion. I can't remember his last name, but him and Dion went to Lovelock Cave and found the giant handprint that is famous now, and you can look it up on YouTube or something. But he talked about finding that and showed it, and then he also talked about how he visited a museum that had the giant skulls, and then all of a sudden they were gone. So, and they never existed, of course. They disappeared. I think last one was Shel Dion. She was kind of like a psychic link between Bigfoot and, I guess, humans. We have a psychic link to Bigfoot, aliens, Dogman, stuff like that. And actually the host, organizer of Honobia Bigfoot Fest was actually speaking, or he came up and told a very personal story about him and Shel kind of having a psychic connection with Bigfoot. His name's Farland Huff, and so that was really interesting. I think my favorite part of the whole festival was the conference, but of course I'm really into Bigfoot and I like to hear what experts have to say. So that's basically what the conference was.
Down that creek to the swamp they go. Jean Paul, T fishing, Heavy Joe. Past the trees and the stumps they roll to a hidden spot they only know. Boggy Creek, so mean they say. It ain't no place for little children to play. Danger lives there, and men have died. That old creek has a secret to hide. Hurry up now, paddle a little faster. There go the folks that we've been after. Watch out, children, don't you go too deep into no man's land they call Boggy Creek. Boggy Creek, oh, mean they say, ain't no place for little children to play. Danger lives there, and men have died. That old creek has a secret to hide.
I'm going to show you a few things I got. First, I'm just going to show you my shirt today. Everyone's been commenting on it, but it's from North Pole in Colorado. It's a Christmas theme park, but it's a Bigfoot themed Santa Claus. Alright, I'm going to show you a few things I got. Everything was really good priced here, so I got a few more things than I thought based on pricing. The first thing I'm going to show you is a Bigfoot shirt, and it's one of those tie-dye kind of redneck looking ones, and I think it's awesome. Alright, I also don't mind my dirty car seat. I got this laser etched Bigfoot Country Honobia, or Honobia, oh, it's hard to say that name, Honobia, Oklahoma kind of beer mug. From that shop I got some necklaces for my kids, and then I also got some of these spinners that you pull the string and they spin around. From another place I got these wood etched shoe big feet for $1. That was a good deal. I got this hat, kind of a trucker hat with the Oklahoma Bigfoot logo on it. And then I got a couple stickers for my car. Bear with me here. I got the Oklahoma Bigfoot sticker. And I'd rather be squatching. So that's a few things I got. That's the festival. And there's the squatchiness. This camp's pretty awesome. So if you ever have a chance to go to Honobia Bigfoot conference, you should go. Just walking up to this Honobia Creek. I think there's a lot of squatch territory over here. Just kind of want to give you guys a view of a nice squatch habitat. So it's a good water source. Some nice foliage here. But I think there's been some sightings on this creek. I'm not sure. But it is a pretty cool looking creek. Some major squatchy looking area. I don't know if I would want to be walking down there at night. I can hear some people out there in the woods. I wonder if they're squatching. Here's the other side. There's a camp right next to it, so they probably won't get too close over there, but definitely down this whole creek. I think it stretches pretty far. Definitely see some squatch activity. So during the festival, I decided to go check out the Honobia Creek store because I saw it on a documentary. I was like, I gotta go check this place out. Honestly, I thought it would have more Bigfoot stuff in it. About half of the place is a cafe, which looked like it served some pretty awesome hamburgers. The other half was kind of like a convenience store, and they had some Bigfoot shirts and stuff for the store. It had the store name on it and all that. But I mean, it was a pretty cool little store. It's pretty much the only place in Honobia that you could visit like a store wise. I actually was gonna run out of gas, and you know, there's no gas pumps at this store, and there's no gas in Honobia, so I had to drive up Indian Highway, and eventually I'll find some gas. I think it was about 30 minutes out. Tallahena was the closest place that had gas. But anyways, I'm driving up Indian Highway, which, just full of woods down the whole thing. And I look off to the side, and there's some parts of the trees missing. And basically, it was like I was on a mountain. I was driving up a mountain. And a cool thing that they told, I think it was during the campfire talks, they said that the big famous story about the Bigfoot in Honobia, I think I heard it on the Sasquatch Chronicles. The Bigfoot actually retreated up that mountain, so I believe there's some squatches in those woods.
The back ladder rack side cross beam, and then the side post, he had a hold of it, and he was looking over the racks at my tent. So he strategically put the truck between him and the tent, is where they would suspect somebody to be. And so they were looking at the tent, and the little one was right in behind the tailgate. And I thought he was going to come down the side of the truck. I mean, at this point, I was really starting to panic. So I saw how big he was, that's the first moment I got a good size reference, because he was right next to my truck. And the ladder racks that I had been taking ladders off for my whole career, he was standing by, and the ladder racks came to here on him. He was a neck and head taller than the ladder racks. And I measured him the next day just so that I could tell people this is how big he was. I took my tape measure and I measured the ladder racks, and they were 7 foot from the ground to where they were at, where they would hold the ladders, was 7 foot. And he was a neck and head taller. So the little one was my size, 5.5, 9, 5'9", 5'10", whatever. The little one was my size, but he was little compared to the big one. So it was clearly like a father-son, you know, an adult male juvenile situation.
So, just got done with the Bigfoot story campfire. Lasted a lot longer than I thought, but they said at least 310 plus people were there, so it was pretty cool. A lot of people. I just want to show you how squatchy the area is around me. I keep saying that, I don't know why. It's pretty creepy right behind my tent. Definitely could see a Bigfoot just hanging around over here. But here's my tent. Unfortunately, I didn't get any food before all the food trucks closed and the convenience store closed. So I will be eating some sausage links, popcorn, and some quinoa chips for dinner at what, like 10 o'clock right now. And then I will be watching the movie Exists. I don't know if you've heard about it. A camping trip becomes a blood-soaked nightmare as 5 friends are terrorized by a mysterious creature seeking vengeance. Oh, scary. But had a great time at the Honobia Bigfoot Festival and Conference, and hope I get to make this a yearly tradition and other people want to check this festival out. It's awesome because you are kind of in the Squatch territory while you're at this conference. So you know, I stayed in a tent in the middle of the conference, and you know, there's Squatch woods all around. So I had an amazing time, and I hope I get to go every year.